female empowerment is like more about celebrating women and their achievements, and definitely just about celebrating each other and just uplifting each other.
I think that was exactly what I found when I did a little bit of research, that feminism is more of a fight. It's what people are fighting for, what's right. Whereas female empowerment is more about celebrating and championing achievements and things that females have had to overcome or work harder at, because the fight is not won. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Charlotte, tell us a little bit about you and what it is that you do in a nutshell.
Okay, so I am the founder of North East Female Empowerment, or NEFE, however you want to say it. So it's a community of women in the North East to come just to feel empowered, inspired, connected, yeah.
It's mint.
Yeah, thanks.
It's so good and such a good idea. It's we love it, don't we?
Yeah.
Really love it, which is why we thought we need to get you on. Tell me a little bit more about you. What else are you doing with your life?
So I'm currently at university at Sunderland Uni, studying social media management.
Okay.
I'm also a civil servant. So, yeah. So I do that full time as well. So it's
what does that entail? Like, what do you do?
Basically, just I make some like decisions, and just like working with the public.
That's
a lot.
cool.
So yeah, I've been doing that for 4 years now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And yeah, I'm graduating university in July, so I haven't got long left.
That's amazing. Somebody told me that you started NEFE as part of a project for uni.
Yeah, so there was like a community engagement module, and I mean, I've always been interested in social media and doing something in this kind of world, but like uni gave us like the push to put myself out there, because I would never have created this without going to uni. So yeah, I started as a project, and then it's just grown and grown.
It's doing really, really well. I absolutely love your page. I love everything on the Instagram. I love what you stand for. I love seeing your stories and your reels and stuff, and where you get up to and where you go. And I love your food recommendations.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love the food recommendations.
Love that.
I always save them and go, I'm going to go there. We've also got Hannah on, who is, I think, definitely someone who female empowers all of the time.
That's right.
So I'm going to ask you both, where do you think your passion for empowering females originally comes from, or originates from? Like, let's go back to like childhood and stuff. Sorry, but we're getting deep straight away.
Some trauma, shall we?
Already, I know. Straight in there. How do you want to go first?
Do you know, I've never really thought about it, like what it is that makes me so sort of passionate about it. I guess as a woman, you know, growing up in sort of your late teens, early 20s, and that, you are subjected to certain amounts of harassment and abuse and different things that, for me, fueled a bit of like a rage.
Yeah, sure, it's terrible the way you just casually... I know, I'm not saying it's terrible the way you did it, but it's such... You're right. As a young female, we are subject to harassment and abuse.
Yeah.
It's just normal, just rolls off the tongue.
Like casually, just...
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody, sort of all women or people who identify as female, will be nodding along going, oh yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which is, like I say, it's a freaking crying shame. But but it's not to be mistaken for me hating men, because anybody who knows us knows
You do
I
not.
don't hate men.
No, we do not. As a group, we don't.
No, we certainly don't. But it's just more about you know, I feel very passionate about... I've got two nieces, 8 and 14, and I want them to be able to...
And when you were younger, delving right into it,
Go on.
if you had experienced something really terrible, or someone has even like grabbed your ass in a bar or something, were you the kind of person that turned around and punched them in the face, or were you the kind of person that like got really upset internally?
I was the people pleaser.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I was something completely different. Okay. I used to go, ee, you know, like, and try and not upset them or piss them off, but I mean, if it was now,
you'd punch them in the face.
I'd probably not them.
So, just a couple of things that actually, if we've got any stories or anything that we've individually, I guess, experienced or been through, I'll start.
Go on.
I worked in a bar, and I had a massive tray of drinks, and I had to like hold it above my head like this, and the guys who owned the bar and stuff says, "Oh, just walk around and, you know, sell shots or whatever." But I had this huge tray, so I was walking and some guy just kept following it and pinching my bum, and I turned around and said, "Stop it," and he kept doing it, and eventually I couldn't do anything because my hands were above my head with this tray, and he just kept grabbing my bum to the point where he literally put his hand like up my skirt.
Oh my God.
And at which point I put the tray down and turned around, and I thought, I'm going to cry. First of all, I'm going to cry that you've just done that. And then I thought, I'm angry, I didn't know quite what to do. And I turned around and the doorman had him.
Yeah.
And I think this is where it changed for me, this particular moment. He dragged him to the outside and he said to me, "Come with me." And I went, no, it's fine, just, no. I was genuinely, and I was scared. And he dragged us, this doorman, dragged us to the corridor, and I went in the corridor and he said, "Apologise." And this guy like literally laughed. He went, "Oh, didn't it, man, didn't it?" And he laughed in his face and he went, "We'll give you one more chance, mate. Apologise." And I stood there thinking, yeah, actually, apologise. If this one man can realise this is not right, then you should know it's not right. Apologise. And he didn't. And he beat the shit out of him and kicked him down the stairs.
Oh, well, that's what he deserved.
So if that's trauma or not, I don't know. But now I think, yeah, that's definitely what I'll do next time.
It's an all-line scene, that, isn't it? To be fair, sadly.
But yeah, he just went, all right, and got his head and went boom to the side of the door, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
weirdly it felt good. But yeah, no, it's
not that we don't condone violence.
We do not condone violence.
However,
we do condone self-defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story. We got really deep really quick.
Yeah.
But go on, you go.
Charlotte, do you want to recall any trauma?
Well, actually, so last month in Barcelona, I was going out with my friend. I was visiting her over there, and we were going out for the night. We were getting on the metro, and I wasn't wearing. Not that this should actually be an excuse or make a difference, but I wasn't wearing anything revealing. I had like a blazer on, a crop top, and jeans, so I was pretty covered, but not that it matters. But just got on the metro, sat down. I was sat next to this girl. She got off, and then this older man was sat in the seat next to, like, the next one along. She got off, so then he came and sat next to us, and he was like this, like peering at my chest. But I was genuinely like covered. It was just awful, and I was just sat there like. But obviously, I was in a different country. And like it was quite a busy metro as well, and then my friend was like, "Are you okay?" Like obviously we had our masks on. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, and then I went and got up and stood next to her, and then he moved to the next seat, and he was just like sat staring like that. And I was like, "Oh my God, like what is he doing?" But then these I don't know if they were Spanish or whatever. They said they were like, "Is everything like okay?" So that was really nice. And then kind of me and my friend just walked along to the end of the other metro, and he still just sat there like staring. It was just so uncomfortable, and I think if that was to happen here, like at home, I would have probably been like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But because I was in a different country and I didn't obviously know what language they spoke, and I was just like,
you feel more vulnerable, don't you?
And then I was like, this has just set the tone for the night, but it didn't. So that was a good thing. But I was just like, honestly, like that is just not what you need.
Yeah, and I think it is important just to mention how often it does happen. Even now, it's mad, really. Yeah, I guess that, I think for me, has definitely been a driver of, no, females can be strong and they shouldn't be scared and they shouldn't be, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think as I get older as well, I feel like I've tapped into some sort of like feminine energy, and I don't know if that comes with knowing yourself as you get older. And it's something that I'm very like proud of. Like I'm not a stereotypically feminine woman, I would say. I think I've got a lot of like masculine energy that comes out, but I think that's partly to do with sometimes having to like fight for your gender and fight for your.
I've got a question for you.
Equal.
One I did have already kind of thought of. What's the difference between put me teeth in? What's the difference between feminism and female empowerment?
For me, feminism is is about the equality of the sexes, equal pay,
equal rights,
equal rights, jobs, opportunities, and again, that's like not just I don't know what you would call it, like people who are born biologically women.
Yeah.
Also trans women, trans men actually as well. There's a lot of, I've gone into a bit of a deep dive of reading stuff about it and how basically if you're not a straight white man, you've probably had some sort of flippant discrimination or something at some point. And then female empowerment is very much, I don't know, I think it maybe stems from, I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling. Why? What's the answer?
Do you have an answer?
I would say female empowerment is like more about celebrating women and their achievements and just kind of putting a spotlight on them, just because obviously things have improved with women's rights, but we're still nowhere near what being is like equal as a man, white straight man. But yeah, definitely just about celebrating each other and just uplifting each other.
I think that was exactly what I found when I did a little bit of research, that feminism is more of a fight. It's what people are fighting for, what's right, whereas female empowerment is more about celebrating and championing achievements and things that females have had to overcome or work harder at, because the fight is not won.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, massively, yeah.
That's what I found anyway.
Yeah.
So you focus specifically on the Northeast. For us as a business, we are hugely proud of where we come from. We're really proud of the talent and the skills that we've got here as a business, and we just love it. We love the Northeast. We love it, don't we? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We do love it.
Why the Northeast? Why did you pick the Northeast? I know you're from here.
Obviously being from here, but I think I haven't found a community, not that I'm like picking myself up here, but I haven't found a community that does kind of what I do. Obviously like there's women's magazines and there's things like that, but not a community of like women, all types of women. It's inclusive, it's diverse, and yeah, I just thought the Northeast, it's missing something like this. So,
it was, and it definitely was missing something like this. Yeah.
So that's kind of why as well. Like this, I feel like in London and Manchester and Liverpool, like all the major cities, there's always groups and communities and like clubs like this, but not up here.
Yeah. Do you go out and about all over, don't you? So and you meet loads of different people.
Yeah.
So you meet entrepreneurs all the time, business owners and female business owners. Have you ever thought about the people that you've met collectively and kind of connected any dots as to what it takes to be a female business owner? Is there anything there that you've kind of gone, oh, they all have this in common? Or
I think their drive and the want to succeed in like a male-dominated world. No, definitely that, and I just think they're so motivated and just driven, and I just think everyone who I've met, and I've met quite a lot so far, they're just all inspiring and amazing, and I just get so much from them.
Yeah.
And like it encourages me as well. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's
What I think would be nice is just to talk about like 3 businesses, 3 people that just do 3 little name drops as to who you think, I guess, has been really amazing and really inspired you, or a cake shop that you need to visit if you're from the northeast, something like that. If you got 3 people that you would say, right, these 3 I would say have been really amazing, or any kind of major recommendations.
Oh my god.
That's really tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could say
Really
300.
Yeah.
I would say Under the Ivy,
Okay.
Rebecca Taylor, the florist. She's from Sunderland.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I love everything she does. I love like aesthetic on Instagram and how the creations she makes, and she's just been like so supportive to me. And
that's good.
yeah, like I feel I've made a lot of friends and she's one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, just shout out to Rebecca Under the Ivy. She's amazing. So Lucy Royer from Studio Estate in Sunderland, she has her own clinic like yours here, and she's just really inspiring and motivating and supportive as well. She lost her mum a few years ago, and I lost my mum recently, and she's just been like somebody to talk to and who I can connect with, who like understands as well. So yeah, Lucy, 100%.
Lucy.
And a third one, obviously yous.
Alright, we'll take it.
Are you taking it? Alright, we'll take it. Bye.
We'll take it. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. No, can I just say another thing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
yous? Like before I started like the community, I used soap brows, like obsessed, like absolutely love it. And I followed you for such a long time, and like Dominique and all that stuff, and then I'm like, I feel like I know yous, like but yous, and I just love all of the team as well. And
They're crew, aren't they?
yeah,
They're a bunch.
unreal. Like it seems like such a amazing place to work as well. Like
Well, I'm not gonna
You can take that one.
pay.
Yeah.
No, we've created a nice environment and culture here because we've got nice people, and that's what we said from the beginning. Is we wanted to make sure that we work with nice people, and that's what we've done. That's what we stick
It's very
to.
empowering in here.
Yeah.
Very empowering. Really supportive, and the family dog got put to sleep yesterday, which was a sad time, and we were in the middle of a shoot in here, and I walked in and I was like, hi guys, and like just had 3 of them just come over and give us a massive cuddle. So yeah, I think that as well, that sort of level of emotional empowerment, and like it's, you know, from an empowerment point of view, for me it's like everything you achieve business wise, it's spiritually, like emotionally, mentally, it's like everything. And I think having like a community that you've created where it's just full of like amazing strong women who proper band together, like, and like really look, I think there's something about that energy that you just can't get anywhere else. I think like that just, it's like, I don't know, it's magical.
Do you know how there's like boys clubs and stuff? Like this is a girls club, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like you've created girls
no
club.
boys allowed.
no,
Like have you seen that thing on Netflix, that Inventing Anna?
no, I haven't.
Have you not? She tries to make a girls club, but she's like a
Hey,
scam
wasn't she,
artist
I was going
and
to
stuff.
go to prison for fraud. I've got any ideas? PR?
No, I was gonna say you're the actual real Anna. Like you actually like created a real girls club and like really done it and really created it really well. It is nice. I think. Do you run events?
No, I don't run events.
Raising my
Yet.
does. We need to talk Kirsty and get some female empowerment events running.
Imagine getting everybody under one
Let's
roof.
host
Oh
a
my gosh.
big party
It'd be unreal.
in
It
here.
would be unreal.
Got the space.
Let's do it.
Get Lucy in the clinic with me.
Yes.
We'll have a lovely day.
And Laura from Arch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
Love
that.
Laura.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
does her brows.
Just so they go. We're a crew. And then we can like talk about like secrets and stuff.
We'll just talk about secrets. Sorry, didn't realise you were 8. Just talk about secrets. Alright, secrets have you got that I don't already know?
I don't know, actually. No point. I'll let everything on the camera. Let everything on the bag.
I was going to say, yeah, half of friggin' Instagram knows my secrets. We could have a girls club night, girls club day, girls club festival weekend. Alright, it's good now.
Festival? It's gone from an event to a festival weekend.
They're so amazing, like girl bands and that, like shout out Big Fat Big, shout out Fast Blood.
We're all on the shout outs. So what, we're going to do a full event, like a full weekend. Like
oh my god, can we?
Just all female artists. Get a little mix in that in.
Just little.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll come back for this.
Oh yeah.
The North East Female Empowerment Festival.
Yeah.
NEFE Fest. That's good.
Yes.
I'm down. Create magic right now.
I'm really
It's happening.
Can we actually seriously do this?
Kirsty? Where's Kirsty and Manina?
I'm here. Yes.
Literally over there.
Literally right there. I was pretending she wasn't
Did you
here.
think it was a mirror? Right, so we're having a party.
I'm having a party, I'm having an
Stay
event.
tuned.
That's going to be good. We'll let you know if you're from the North East and you're empowering
And you're a woman.
and you're a female, then we might invite you.
And you're invited, aye? Oh,
Yeah.
that made it work.
What does empowering people look like? How do you empower someone?
Just by uplifting them and just by encouraging them and just being like proud of everyone's achievements,
Supporting them.
and supporting, yeah.
Wanted to know if you do get that support network, I guess, from North East Female Empowerment. Obviously you've been through a really, really tough time, so it was just to kind of see how that's helped you through that and if it has helped you through it.
Yeah.
Has the North East Female Empowerment group a connection of people or community helped with that time that you've been through? And
Yeah, 100%. Everyone, like I've said, like I keep saying, everyone's just so supportive, and I get whenever I kind of post anything about my mum, I get quite a lot of DMs.
Yeah.
Just some people who have either lost their mum or lost like a parent, a dad, and just kind of, they don't give us advice, they just kind of they're there for us and send a lot of messages, and I found that since my mum passed away, it's been a bit of escapism as well. Like, I've just kept myself busy, but it's not that I've kept myself busy because I felt like I had to, but it's definitely helped us. So and it's doing something that I actually really love doing. So 100% it's helped.
Yes, good.
Yeah,
That's good. I think we do have to kind of, I guess, recognise that it's great, we do empower each other as well, but I think Hannah, you've mentioned it as well, if we're going through something tough, or that's I think when you realise how important it is to feel that empowerment, or to feel I've had a bit of a nothing like what you've been through, but I've had a little bit of a rough year as well, and I think sometimes, and Hannah does it a lot, she'll go, stop what you're doing right now, you are amazing, and she'll say, like, really encouraging and empowering things, and it makes a huge difference to your day, just having those little kind of pieces of love and support. Just it makes a big difference. I think we need a little bit more of that in the world.
It's just reminders, isn't it? And I think what I like to do as well because I actively try to empower people, because it's something that I like thrive off personally. So when people because I'm quite an insecure person in terms of what I think I'm capable of and stuff, everybody goes through that sort of finding what you're good at and then getting good at it, and I've said to you before, like, I really that helps me a lot. So I really try to give it back out, and I think it's really one thing that I find people are really receptive to is when you empower certain things about them that are unique to them.
Yeah.
And like really sort of like really take notice of somebody and like what they're doing, and they might, do you know what, it might be something as simple as they've changed their hairstyle, or they've got a new pair of shoes, and like, I mean, you know, that's sort of like base level in terms of compliments and empowerment and stuff, but I just think it's really nice to like empower somebody and be like, yeah, you're mint because like you're you, and like that's fucking class.
Yeah.
I found a thing online that I thought was quite interesting. It's just talking about female empowerment to different cultures and what it actually means. So Western countries, female empowerment is associated with specific women's rights and movement in history. So that is like the 19th century, 20th century, and they split it into waves. So the third wave is like the feminism, is more about the beginning of the 90s. Things like female International Women's Day, stuff like that, that's kind of really became a bit more
like
prevalent.
First wave was like suffragettes and
it talks about different impacts in different cultures and stuff as well. So globally, what female empowerment can be more about, like, it's more about politics and actual policy and things.
Right.
So it's like almost not celebrated. I don't know, if you have an amazing restaurant by the coast, that's not female empowerment. You have to be changing policy that's what, in some of the different cultures that I read, that's the kind of difference. Whereas I see it very differently. I think I do very much have a Western world view on what that means to us. Do you think we have to be changing policy to empower? Do you think it's very closely linked to the feminism side of things and actually fighting for things, or is it literally just more about championing and celebrating?
I would say definitely a mixture of both, but more towards the championing and celebrating aspect. But I think it's all just incorporated. So
yeah, I'm excited for a party.
So you just keep thinking about it.
Yeah, should be talking in the meetings later on and be like, we're having a party. What do we need for the party?
We're having a party.
Get the Prosecco in. Yeah, Prosecco.
So yeah.
What is next for you, Charlotte?
I think just to keep growing the community.
With parties.
Party. Graduate. Congratulations
for getting to the end of university, by the way. That is tough going.
I know.
You've ran this whole thing at the same time as doing uni. Well done, you.
And had a job.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, when do you have time to like watch Netflix and like eat snacks and
constantly eating snacks? But it's Netflix. No, everyone always says like, oh, have you watched this? And I'm like,
no.
I'm just sat on my phone on my laptop.
Bit busy, hon.
All right, amazing. So keep growing the community.
And just working with more small businesses and amazing women in the northeast.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, me too. So we need to get involved in more.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got a giveaway on the go at the minute, haven't you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's like 30 small businesses, 30 winners for 30 days.
I think it's the biggest giveaway I've ever seen on Instagram.
No way.
Yeah. The organisation that must have took is insane.
It was quite a lot.
Yeah.
But like, and I was thinking, oh my god, like, are people gonna? Well, I mean, I would love to win some prizes, but yeah, no, it's gone really well so far. So there's like a few days left. Well, the rest of the month.
It's the end of March, isn't it? That it's not until. So if you're listening, get on and enter, because there's some lush things on there.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really excited for what's to come for you.
Yes.
I think it's going to be really, really big.
Thank you.
And
hope so.
you're welcome here anytime.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for listening, and if you've enjoyed this, give us a subscribe, a like. Hit subscribe on YouTube. I can say that now.
Oh god.
I'm one of them people.
Yeah.
Hit subscribe. See you next week on Just Another Group Chat. Bye.